Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I'm doing a bookshelf tour. So basically I do apologise, but my first list has been corrupted. The memory card decided they didn't want to work or transfer anything over, so I'm having to do it again. I do apologise by the lighting. Not much I can do about that. These are with the lights on, so it's kind of like a very orange tone. So on the top I have air freshener with some Build-A-Bears, which are my seasons ones. So you've got like spring, summer, autumn and winter, which is kind of cool. This is the only bookshelf we have. Well, we have more bookcases, but they've got like DVDs in, but this is our bookshelf one. So this is the top shelf. So hopefully, a little bit wobbly, I do apologise. So if we do it like that, so this is my Harry Potter shelf with a bit of Star Wars in, but at the end. So first off I have these stamps, and I got it from the Royal Mail. They're limited edition. These, when you put like a blue light over it, they show up the footmarks like it would in Mordor's map, which is kind of cool. So yeah, I have 4 wands. So I have, I think this is Luna Lovegood's wand. So this is the one with the tulip type thing on the end. It's quite cool. And I think I got this one from the studio tour. There we are. I do apologise because I've got to put it down there. This one is from the Wizarding World of Harry Potter in Universal Orlando, and this one is Hermione Granger's wand. This one's quite special because this is when I first went, and this is the opening of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. It has a ribbon in there, and as you open it, it has the wand in a velvet. It's really, really nice. I do like this one. This is quite a special one. They don't come like that no more. This one is, it just says Luna, but I got this from a shop near where I live. And this is Luna's second wand, or first wand. I think this is her first wand. But this one's got the acorns on the outside. And I really, really like that. It's just simple, it's beautiful. And then this one is quite a special one. This one is from the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and they added an extra area to it. And this one interacts, so it has a map of I want to say Diagon Alley, and then you've got Hogsmeade on the other side, and it tells you where all of the interaction areas are for. So this is Professor McGonagall's wand. It has a special protector as well, and it has like a UV at the ends, so it can interact with the whole world. It's very, very unique. It's very, very cool as well. I'm gonna put that in there as well. But the map's very, very handy. I have been to Wizarding World of Harry Potter since it first opened, and I went like 2 or 3 times, so yeah. So I do apologise, I'm quite close to the camera. Move those up a minute. The next thing I've got on here is my Harry Potter wand collection. So this is the book, and inside it has every single wand, a picture of the wand. Let me try and get it up a little bit. Picture of the wands and the stories behind the wands. So this is Luna Lovegood's wands. So this is the first one, this is the second one, I was right. But yeah, she gives you the reason why she has 2 wands, and that's pretty cool. One of my favourite books I like, especially when I know somebody that had got a wand in like a lucky bag. They didn't know whose wand it was. It doesn't actually say, it's just a blank box, and I could tell her exactly whose wand it was, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to bring you a bit closer because then it's easier. I know you can't really see it that well. So from this side, from here, these are all the Harry Potter books, and these are the new version of the UK versions. It's not really showing up that well to colour, but this is, if I remember correctly, more of a blue. It's got a bit of purple tone to it as well, but inside is, see, there's a Pacific area. So it has new layout of how the book comes about. Like there's bits where there's writing, someone else's handwriting. It's pretty cool. So yeah, I got the paperbacks of this. So you've got your first, second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth, seventh books all along there. And I did it opposite to my actual original copies. This one here is a 20 years of Harry Potter magic special edition hardback, and this is the Ravenclaw one, which has the Ravenclaw colouring on the edges. It's just pretty cool, and it has a bit of the house in the front as well, which is another cool addition. I wanted to get the other parts of it, but I've just got the first one. But I really like that one. There is two versions of this paperback. Ooh, let me move you out a little bit because it's a little bit too close. So there is two versions of this book. This one is the one with the short beard, and it's he's got really light colour hair. There is another version going around with a longer version of the beard, and it's white haired. It's also a little bit different guy as well, but this is my original one, I want to say. Yeah, this is my original copy of Harry Potter, and I read this in school. Like, it's just pretty basic in like pages. And I've got the second one, the third one. These are all paperback. Then I've got a hardback, another hardback. Then I have an American version of the Half-Blood Prince. There's a sticker on the front which I have not taken off, and that is, it does actually say that this is from the Wizarding World of Harry Potter as well, which is the reason why I got this. Let me move out a little bit. So the reason why I got this one is because I was missing the Half-Blood Prince, and when I was there I was like, do I really get an American version of it, or do I wait until I come back home? And then I saw this version and it really intrigued me. Like, theirs is completely different to ours. Like, even the text inside is completely different. It's a little bit bigger text. So I really wanted to have this version, and I'm so glad I've got one book of this version. But it's really cool design. It does have American words in it, even though I'm English, so I can't really complain too much. But these are the kids' versions. Like, it's literally the kids' version of the book. And then this one here is the adult version of the last book. So I don't have a full complete collection. It's the same sort of writing, it's just different front covers. I couldn't find the child version of this one when I was looking for it to buy, so that's the reason why I have that one. I then have Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, the original screenplay, which my husband bought me, which I am so thankful for. It's gorgeous, I love it. Then I have The Tales of the Beedle and the Beedle, the Bird, I can never say this one, the Bard. So this is just the tales that they tell you in the book. Then we have a Star Wars expert guide, which is pretty cool. I think, no, this is one of my husband I bought. So this is the Star Wars Book of the Sith, which is kind of cool. It has really like intriguing pages and edges, so yeah, that's quite cool. When I was at Disney World, I bought Star Wars the cookbook too, and it's just like some recipes that you would actually get in and around like the place. It's so cool. It was something that was unique, so I ended up buying that when I was there. It's just something that I really liked. We can then go down. I'm just trying to straighten that up a little bit. So now we're on to the second shelf. This is a little bit mixed of stuff. So I have Star Wars, the complete visual dictionary. That's my husband's, with Yoda on the front. I ain't gonna show you everything, so yeah. Then we have Star Wars, the ultimate visual guide, which is another proper in-depth detail of Star Wars. Then we've got Tales from the Clarks, the complete collection of the comic stories. This is also my husband's. We also have, oh, let's not just drop that. Watchmen. This is my husband's as well, and it's the complete guide, like comic guide, I think. I've never really looked at it, so I don't know. What's Just Fell is a purse that I got, and that says Harry Potter, The Cupboard Under the Stairs, Full Pivot Drive, and then it has the bit on the back as the clasp. We have Dinky's Guide to Love, which is my husband's. Another one for my husband. We have Shaggy, Dogs and Black Sheep, which is also my husband's. We have Old Dog and Duck. Then we have Pop Goes the Weasel of the same author. Then next is Celebrating Wonderful World of Miss Potter, which is the Beatrix Potter collection of the coins, and it comes in this little book. It's quite nice. My mother-in-law got me that, so it's really, really special. I love Beatrix Potter, Peter Rabbit, anything like that. I love it. My next book is something that I kind of like, and I've never read it, but I do have it on my Kindle as well, and that is The Great Gatsby. I love this cover. It has these special like sleeve bits at the front and the back. I love the simplicity of this cover. Very, very 1920s. I loved the 1920s. When I was studying art and design, we did Art Deco, and I fell in love with the Art Deco styling. The book is not actually that long, I don't think. 210 pages, so yeah, it's quite a nice size. I really, really like this. I love the film. So yeah. The next one is Paddington 2, the story of the movie. We got it with a DVD. The next one along is Advanced Potion Making, but this is just a sketchbook that's empty. I haven't done anything inside. It's just somebody's painted it, and I thought it was really, really good. It's just something to symbolise that. Down in front of here I have a trinket box. I don't know whether you can see it, but I have a few things inside, and it's got Prince and then George on it. It's just to represent when Prince George was born. It came in a little box as well. Then I have this book called Face. Now the reason why I have this book is it's one of the books that stood out to me whilst I was in year 9 at school. And this, it always intrigued me. Our first question from our teacher was, what do you think this is about when you see this book cover? Because it's actually nobody with a face. And why is it called Face? So we had a lot of questions. It's really, really good read, especially for like year 9. In my English class I wasn't very good at English. Literature on the other hand, not so bad. So like my GCSE I got a D for English, and literature I got a C, so I was quite impressed with I got a C for literature. My next book along is Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. Now I love Pride and Prejudice, and in this book, I'm actually so far in, it has pictures from the movie, which I absolutely love as well. The next book along is a very, very well loved copy of Pride and Prejudice, and the front cover is actually of the BBC adaptation of Pride and Prejudice, which is my all-time favourite adaptation of the book. It has Colin Firth in it and Jennifer Ale, I think. She was also in 50 Shades of Grey, the movie. She plays Anastasia Steele's mum. So I really like these two together. They were amazing together. They make the story really, really good. And it is very, very tattered, but I wanted it because of the cover is the same as that. And it's quite interesting on the inside, like it's very tight printed, and I didn't think it was going to be like that, but it is like that in real life. It's a bit like what it is on Kindle as well, because I got it on Kindle for free. The next one along is Paddington's Guide to London, a bird's eye view, and it's pretty cool. It's just him going around London showing you the best places, where to go. It's hilariously funny to all look at. So yeah, we have that. Then we have Terry Pratchett's The Discworld graphic novels, which is my husband's. We have a luggage tag, which is of Gryffindor, which is because the 3 main characters are in Gryffindor, and I always wanted to be in Gryffindor. But I'm sort of into Ravenclaw, which is not a bad thing because Luna Lovegood's in Ravenclaw, so I'm quite happy with that. So yeah. The next thing along we have The Cuckoo's Calling, which is the comic crime series, which is J.K. Rowling's ghost name when she writes under a guy. I really love this series. So you've got The Cuckoo's Calling, The Silkworm, and then Career of Evil. So yeah, has some stickers on there which I'm not happy about, but they're staying on because I am not getting them off or anything. Then I have Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, parts 1 and 2, which is the special rehearsal edition script. I love this. This was really, really good, and it's an insight. But yeah. Next one along is The Beauty and the Beast. And I think it's to do with the actual live action version of Disney's Beauty and the Beast with Emma Watson in it. I really like that real life version. So yeah. Next up is another special one of mine, and it's the Harry Potter and the Characters of Vault. Now it has all the characters in up until a certain point, but I love these vaults. They are amazing. I also have Harry Potter the Creature Vault. Now if I get it open, I need to get it to the right page. So on the grip hook's page is a signature. Now the signature is from Warwick Davis. He came into my store and did like a little meet and greet with people, and I got him to sign this because it's so unique, especially when it's grip hook. I am so grateful that I got the signature. I wasn't feeling very well that day, and we and one of the guys that I worked with, we decided that we were going to go in up and ask him if he could sign it before like all the other public come in and just got it all. So I pretty much got the signature and then ended up going home because I was not well at all. I had no energy and I couldn't stop, like I couldn't catch my breath, I couldn't do anything like that or anything, so I ended up going home. But I was so grateful that I got the signature. And a lot of people that knew me knew I was staying around just to get the signature. I was like, nope, I'm here for one reason and one reason only. I had a really bad cold that year as well. So the next one along is J.K. Rowling's Wizarding World Movie Magic. So this is another one, and inside this is the Harry Potter and Newt Scamander, the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them as well. So you've got some stickers in here, some other bits and pieces. It's so cool, like you've got lift up bits. It is amazing. Then my husband got me this one year for Christmas, and it's the Case of the Beasts, explore the film wizardry of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. This is just as good, like has all information in between each of the books and stuff like that. It's quite a hefty book, so I love it. Then I have Hogwarts, a Cinematic Yearbook, Imagine, Draw and Create. And it's just a little, it's like an annual book, I think, which is pretty cool. And then I have Inside the Magic, the Making of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. This is foreword by Eddie and Redmayne as well. So it's pretty cool, like it is some interesting facts you can get in these books. And then this is just my old academy for work at the time. So I'm going to put those back. You just pop these in. You just don't seem to want to sit properly. So I'm going to put these back up because I have a lot of luggage tags. So I have a passport cover of Beauty. We did have the Beast. I can't find the Beast at the moment, so I just put that up there. And then we have the luggage tags that go with it as well. So there's the Beast and then there's Belle. These are what we used for our honeymoon when we went to Disney World. So yeah. So I'm gonna bring you down, hopefully. So on this shelf, so this is like the third shelf down, we have the Queen of Tarlin 3 books, first, second and third. So you've got the Queen of Tarlin, the Invasion of Tarlin, and then the Fate of Tarlin. Those I really like the cover of these. I've not read them yet, but the only reason I really like the look of this is because it says here, soon to be a major film. I've not seen it like come out at all, so I don't know if it has actually come out or not. But with the red, metallic-y red name to it, it looks cool. And I did read somewhere that Emma Watson was going to be the queen. She was going to play the main character, but it hasn't come around, so I don't know if it is actually true or not. Then you've got the blue one is the second one, so it is quite nice, it is quite cool, I love it. I also didn't know that the third one came out, so this is like second hand, but it's in quite good condition for second hand, and it's in the purple. The next one along is J.K. Rowling, The Casual Vacancy. I've not read this, but I really wanted to read it. This one is Alan Carr, Look Who It Is, autobiography. I love Alan Carr, so that's the reason. Then we have a special 10th anniversary of Twilight, which is, this is Twilight this side, and then you flip it over, and then it's Life and Death, reimagined of Twilight. So I think it's reimagined as if instead of Bella being a girl, it's a boy. So yeah. Then we have all the Skullduggery books. We have 3 that need to be added to this collection, but my husband's getting that for Christmas. We have a special edition of Playing with Fire, which is the 2nd book. Then we have Ready Steady Origami, which is my husband's book. Then we have a Mary Poppins Returns picture book, which we got when we got the film. This is my husband's book as well. This is also a YouTuber, and he, what is it? It's like, what is going on? It's because there's something stuck in it. Right, there we go. So this is a YouTuber, chef, and it's Barry Lewis. We have his cookbook because we do like watching his YouTube videos. They're pretty cool. And then we have another autobiography, which is Michael Bublé, and this one's On Stage, Off Stage. Now, I am a huge fan of Michael Bublé. I love his music, and it's just amazing, like, looking into this book. They've got some really nice pictures in here, like, of Michael Bublé. So yeah, and I got the CD that is actually promoting too. Whilst I was in Disney World, I ended up getting Disney villains, the top secret files of the villains. Now this is quite a fun book because it has like little bits that you have to pull out and stuff. It's so cool. It's just amazing, like, how they did this. And I know it's for kids, but I really don't care. I'm a big Disney fan, as you'll find out in a bit. So yeah, I'm going to move the camera down and get into position and go from there. So, oh, we're going up one. Right, that's better. It's a better view. Right, so I'm kind of on the floor, so I do apologise. So I have 2 figurines on this shelf, and they're from Disney World. They're Viner Nation Disney figurines. They're kind of limited edition type of ones. So this one is every single character's signature on it. So you've got Mickey Mouse, Sleeping Beauty, Minnie Mouse, Pluto, Eeyore, Chip, Dale, Winnie the Pooh, and so on. This one is Happily Ever After one, which is kind of cool. And they were $12.95 each without tax, because you have to pay tax when you get to the checkout. So we'll get this first book off the roof off of this, and this is The Rules of Management by Richard Templar. My husband got given this by one of his old managers, so yeah, that needs to go back at some point. On this shelf is kind of my thing. So these are all like certain books series. This one's the only one that stands out a little bit, but I'll go into it anyway. So our first one is Fonica Roth, and it is the Divergent series. And these are special edition ones. So let me just get them all out first. These are the movie book covers. So you have the Divergent. This is one of my favourite books series. I absolutely love Thor and Triss. They are my favourite couple right now. Still one of my favourite couples. They're definitely in my top 5. But these books are amazing. And it doesn't go into the fact that they have to have a love relationship. They can have a relationship without having the whole X-rated type of thing. So I do love this series, and I love the film. The films are amazing. I like the 2 characters that played Triss and Thor. So yeah. So this is Insurgent. This up here is not a sticker, it's actually printed into the actual cover, so that's kind of unique, especially as not a sticker, so I quite like that. So yeah. And then we have Allegiant as well, which is the 3rd book. I haven't got 4, which is Thor's book. That's the only book I haven't got. But I think I've got it on my Kindle, so that I'm not really worried about. This is 50 Shades of Grey, as told by Christian Grey. So this is Grey, which is the 1st book I've read. Then we have Darker, which I have started on. And then this one only just came out just recently, which is Freed. But that is one heck of a chunky book. How many pages is this? And I have a few torn pages, which is not good. Not happy when I saw that. But this was the better one out of the whole lot that was on the shelf. And it is 757 pages long. Like, that is one chunky book. Yeah. And I always do my books in a certain direction as well. And you're not gonna play ball now. This one is quite a tight shelf, to be fair. Then I have One of Us is Lying books. So this is the first one. One of Us is Lying. I've just finished reading this. It is amazing. It had me guessing pretty much the whole entire thing, and that's what I mean by it is red. It looks pink on the camera, but it's definitely red because the wording is red. So yeah, not that one, it's this one next. One of Us is next, and that is blue, which is showing blue up on the screen as well. And then we have this 3rd one, which is Two Can Keep a Secret. And if anybody knows, or anybody that knows has watched me in previously, Two Can Keep a Secret is also a song theme for Pretty Little Liars as well. So that is another reason why I had to get this, and it's green. So yeah. And I ain't going to get these next sort out because there's not I don't think there's much to the front cover. Oh yeah, it is, but it's not what I bought them for. So this is the Cassandra Clare series of Shadowhunters, the Mortal Instrument. Now, I don't have the spin-off sections for this yet, but these are the 1st book to the 6th book of City of Bones. So I've got City of Bones, City of Ashes, City of Glass, City of Fallen Angels, City of the Lost Souls, and City of Heavenly Fire. They did a TV series of the Mortal Instruments called Shadowhunters. I absolutely love that series. So yeah, and I love these books. This is the reason why I wanted these books, is because of these images. They look really cool on the bookshelf, I think, so that's the reason why. So, there's a towel there, so I don't want that in there so much. I know you can still see the radiator, but it doesn't really matter. Then the next series is Liz Braswell and Elizabeth Lim. and then there's some other ones over this side. So these are from Disney classics that they've rewritten and reimagined basically. So as old as time, A Whole New World, Once Upon a Dream, Straight On Till Morning, Reflection, and So This Is Love. If I remember correctly, this is Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Sleeping Beauty, Peter Pan, Rapunzel, or Tangled. I think this one is Cinderella. Yes. Then you've got the Odd Sisters. These I find really hard to read. Poor Unfortunate Souls. Fairest of Them All, because as I say, they are really hard to like read on the side. The Beauty, I think it's The Beast Within, I think. Yep, The Beast Within, and Mother Knows Best. Mother Knows Best is a different, saying it's like a different version as the Odd Sisters. They seem to have a different colour spine. Some of them have got a different spine on these ones as well. So like these three has got the same. Those two have a different one, and then this one's different as well. But I really like the sound of these, so I really want to get into these. That's another reason why I got those. So yeah. Then we are on to the next shelf, I think. So we're down onto the next shelf, and it gets a little bit more darker down here. As you get down, I'll try and open them up a little bit more down this side. So I have two versions of this one. There's this version of the Marvel Encyclopedia Up to Date and Extended, and this is literally an encyclopedia of every single Marvel character. This one is actually from, I think this one was the one I got. Yeah, no, it's not. This is it. Bear with me. Oh crap. Oh yes, so this one is the version from the UK, and it was £30. This one is actually a gift to my husband from his parents. So yeah, that is that one, and it's literally the same inside. I am not even kidding you. There's no difference in here. I've got 20 thing. So this one is from Disney Springs. I got it from one of the stores in there, and I saw this and I knew I had to get it for my husband because he's a massive Marvel fan. I'm a massive Marvel fan now as well. So the next ones along are Harry Potter. I'm going to have to do this because it's so much easier. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. This is illustrated by Tim Kay, and inside is literally like some artwork of his, of the illustration of the whole entire book. It's so cool how they've written the book. So I have the Philosopher's Stone, Chamber of Secrets, Prison of Azkaban, and The Goblet of Fire. As far as I know, those are the only books that are out. If anybody does know that the others are out, please link down below or comment. I need to get the others to get the collection. So yeah. Then we have Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, the colouring and creativity book, and it's just pretty much a colouring book. I'm going to move it slightly over so I can get in and out here. Then we have some official guides of the Warner Brothers Studio Tour, which I have the first one, which was when it opened and I went. It is so in depth, like it's unreal. I love these official books because even if you go around, you might not have noticed something, or something might not have been said when you were there, because they do have people talk as you go around. Then we have an updated version of when I went the next time, because we have Hogwarts Express, and it's just a bit more up to date. They have now updated it, so it's got like the Dark Forest, the bank, Gringotts Bank. So that is the next thing that I want to go to see. That is on my to-do list. Then we have Newt Scamander, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. This is a 20 years of Harry Potter magic version, and this was illustrated by Olivia Nochin-Gill. I think that's how you pronounce the name. I do apologise if I butcher that, but this is from Bloomsbury, and I think the others are Bloomsbury as well. Yes, they are. Then we have a Minecraft block Utopia of that game. I don't play it, but my husband used to, so that's the reason why. At the back here is quite hard to see. That is the Star Wars vault, and that's got everything that you need to see inside. It's so cool. Then I've already said about that. I have a Strictly Come Dancing in the official guide of 2018 annual thing, and it's also signed, which by Brendan Cole, and it just says "Treat my absolute pleasure, love, Brendan Cole." Love that. It's a treasure for me. I've got some other books that you don't really see. Then we have the Star Wars doodle, which is pretty much simple doodles of Star Wars. I thought it was going to be a little bit more interesting than that, but it's absolutely not good. And then we have a Virgo encyclopedia. I don't know who's that. I think that's my husband's, but who knows. So yeah. And then I'm just going to reset the camera, and then we'll go down to the bottom. Right, I'm going to bring the books up to this shelf because it's harder to do. I have to be really, really careful. I have this book, which is The Fall of Lucifer. Now, and this is book one. I don't think I've got any others. It's of demons and angelic warriors. So that is, I really, really want to read this. I've had it for so long, but I just think the cover looks really, really cool. And and another reason I quite like this, I want to read this, is because I like the TV series of Lucifer. So yeah. Now this is quite an old, and not many people are going to know who these are, but this is On the Road with Blue. Blue is one of my favourite bands of all time. So you got Duncan James, Simon Webb, Anthony Costa and Lee Ryan. They are the four guys of Blue. They've been on and off in the last couple of years as well, but this is just their autobiography of being on the road. So, didn't want to do that. We have these figurines that are a little bit temperamental, let's just put it that way. My next two books are together, and these have got red pages as well, which is kind of cool. And this is Rachel Caine, the Morganville Vampires, and it's the omnibus, so it's like 3 books in one. Now, Rachel Caine, I think this year or last year she passed away, but this is one of my favourite vampire series. It's very, very intense. I really need to get back into it because I didn't really read the whole entire book yet, but this book is amazing to look at as well. And then I have the next 3 books as well, which is blue, and it's got blue edges as well. kind of like not great to show you, but it looks really cool together. The next series is my Bloodline series, which is Rochelle Mead's Bloodline series, and these are one of my favourite spin-off series from the Vampire Academy. Not really read too much into the Vampire Academy. I really want to get into them. But the Bloodlines ones really intrigued me. It's completely different. And yeah, so this is Bloodlines, and it follows Sydney, who is a magical person, and she's got to protect the vampires and all of that. So yeah, so that's the first book. She falls for, well, she gets to know one of the guys. I think it's Aiden. Yeah, I think it's Aiden. But it's to do with Rose Hathaway, which, if you know the Vampire Academies, is Licia and Rose. So yeah, and I think she comes into the Vampire Academy anyway. So yeah, right. I hate this bombshell because it gets so dusty down here. The second book is The Golden Lily. I love that one. That one's quite a good book. I'm rereading the series again. The Indigo Spell. I've also got them on my Kindle as well, so I will be switching over to the Kindle version. Then I have... Oh, please stay there whilst I... Okay, you're not going to stay. Put you down. The fourth book is The Fiery Heart. I think this is where it gets into... This one's really floppy, and I don't know why. Like, all the others are not this floppy. But so yeah, I think it's done by a different company actually as well, because these are all Penguin book copies. Then it's The Silver Shadow, and then we have Figures and Thumbs. I am the Ruby Circle. So I think, if it remember correctly, to tell you, yeah, Adrian is her love interest, who is a vampire, and she's not supposed to fall for them. They're not supposed to have any sort of friend relationships with the vampires. They send them to like rehabilitation, trying to get them better and stuff like that. So yeah. Then we have The Vampire Academy, the graphic novel. This one is just the first book. Then I have Frostbite, which is the second book. But yeah. Are they done by the same person? I don't know. Next ones along are a 3-book collection of the Oxford World Classics, which is Jane Austen, Pride and Prejudice, Sense and Sensibility, and Position. Sense and Sensibility is another one I quite like, so that is that. And then I really don't want to move me. Well, I have to. Then I have a Stephanie Meyer's Midnight Sun book. So yes, I think this is Edward Cullen's version of Twilight, but I could be wrong because I've never read it. And it's quite a chunky book as well. Then we have Twilight, which is paperback, and I've read this so many times. Yeah. Then we've got paperback of The New Moon, and as you can see, my version is really, really not good. As you can see, it's like it is the actual peel is coming away from it. So yeah, so New Moon. I've also got a new version of New Moon coming, and it is the collector's edition. Then I have the collector's edition of Eclipse. This is a really, really nice version. And then, last but not least, I have the paperback of Breaking Dawn as well. So that is my full collection of my bookshelf. And as I said before, this is pretty much all we have room for in this flat. On this shelf as well, I didn't go around to it, but I have Trivial Pursuit Harry Potter game as well. So yeah, I think this is very, very a lot of books for the size of flat we're in. We don't have a big flat at all. It's very, very tiny. Considering that this is the only bookshelf we have here, I think we've made it work quite well. Like, I love this shelf up here. Like, this shelf is one of my favourite shelves, and the same as the top one with all my Harry Potter books. But yeah, other than that, and I do like the bottom shelf as well, but that is more, I've got all of those books on Kindle, so I kind of not use them as much. These I don't all have on Kindle. On the third shelf, no, fourth shelf. Third shelf is a mixture of mine and my husband's, and I do like how that they look, how much they look